Hi friends, welcome to tutorial days, and in this video I am going to show you how you can do insert update delete, that is CRUD operation in Flask. Here you can see I have taken first name, last name, email, gender, hobbies, country and accents. So basically I have tried my best to make this practical. Normally in practical life we use text box and radio button and checkbox also. So I have tried to make it as practical as possible. So let me show you that what at the end of the day what you will learn. So this is my application where you can add the things like Kareem@gmail.com, password 12345, and here you can see either male or female checkbox. As you know, in practical life normally this kind of form elements is required, like text box and also gender, like radio button and checkbox and drop down. So I have tried to show you the practical things with this tutorial using Flask. Now if we submit, then you can see this is the data which just we inserted. This is first name, last name, email, and here gender, and I selected in checkbox a cricket and TV. That's why it's showing here. The country is this one, and then add it here. Say if I just change this, and also I select these two, like cricket and movies rather than TV, and also India and USA, then submit. You can see now it's successfully updated, and then if you click on edit, you can see now these two are selected. And also if I change these two, then you can see it's selected now female. That means you can understand that it's working perfectly, and selected is also coming, because in practical life when you are doing any CRUD operation, this kind of operation is required, particularly when you are doing the edit section. So that is why I have tried to include these two things, particularly because these two things are normally difficult in any form. That is why almost in all forms I have tried to include these two things. So if I want to delete this, then just I will click this and the recording. It asks me if I really want to delete for confirmation, and if I click on yes, then the record is deleted. So this is the introduction of this tutorial, and I will show you step by step how you can create this kind of tutorial. So let's move ahead. So first let's open Visual Studio Code here. So let's open command prompt, and here I will create a directory called md students. Okay, now cd students. So just I created one directory. First what you have to do is that first you need to install Flask. As you know, the Flask is web framework of Python. So first we will install Flask in this directory. We will write command here, pip install Flask. As you can see, it is saying that requirement already satisfied, because I had already installed Flask in this computer. That is why it is showing like this. After this, let's open this in open folder here. So I will go to D drive, then Flask, then our folder name is this student. So select this. Now let's create here one file called app.py. That is This is extension of Python, as you know. The basic thing which you need to import is from Flask and then app file and then name. After this, we will just run here first hello world. Okay, so we will create one function. So what we are doing, just creating a route saying hello, where we are creating a definition, that means a function called hello, and inside that we are just returning here hello world, and then the port number is 5000. If you want to change this port number, you can change, but by default this is the Python's Flask, this 5000 port number. Now we will run this. Okay, to run your application we have to do Flask run. Okay, so with warning it is showing that now it is available to run. So let's go here and then just click and run your application, and then just write here hello. You can see this is the message we had just written and it is displaying here. So this is a very basic thing which tells us that now my application, the Python's application, is running. But our goal is not just this. We will be creating CRUD operation, that is create, update and delete. So let's create some folder in this. Since we will be using templates also, so create a directory called templates. Inside templates we will create all HTML template files like index, insert, update and delete. This kind of templates we will be creating here. And then let's create one model. So here model.py. Inside this is our directory. Okay, we will be creating here one model. So the file name will be models.py. Actually inside this we will be creating database schema. One more thing, since we will be doing insert, update, delete with the database, and in this case we are going to use database Sqlite. Okay, so we have to install this extension pip install flask SQL alchemy. Press enter. It is saying that already installed because in the previous projects I had installed, that is why. But when you are installing first time, then you have to just install this extension for managing SQLite database. In model we will be including these two. First this plus SQL alchemy and then DB here. Now we will write the model. So let's create one class called this one, class students model. This is our model name, student model, and then this is db.model, this one. So and our table name will be students. You can give any name whatever you like, and inside this we will be creating here database definition, that means a schema. So we are going to create first ID, then first name, last name, email, password, gender, hobbies and country. So these fields we are going to also use in our form. And then here you have to write this parameter also. Remember in Python, as you know, country. So these are basically the same field, first name, last name, email, password and country here, and then self, first name, last name, email, and we are just putting these two things. So return actually will be Okay, so here, so that's it in our model section. Now let's get back to this file once again and let's create. So in our app.py we will be importing these things, and then model from models, then student model. This is the same model that we have created, so it is student model, right? Student model, yeah. And below this we will write here this, and after this we will do database connection here. So we will be writing these 3 lines. Remember one thing, here we have given here db.model. Okay, so here we are writing here the database name is data. If you want, then you can change the database name as well. So this is our database name, which will be created here when we run the application. And then let's write this code to create the table. This command will create the table, whatever table we have specified. So for the time being, this will create the database name, and inside that it will write a schema, and it will also create the table name which we have specified here, students table. Okay, right now, and then here let's create one function and routing as well. The function, the routing is create. Okay, so whenever we will hit here create like this, create, then okay, so we have to run again, Flask run. Okay, so right, the code is not complete. Okay, so inside this function definition, this function name is create. Inside that we are checking if the request method is get. In that case we will include a template called create.html, which we will be creating here inside a template. So let's create here create.html. Okay, so here will be just I'm writing h1 tag insert page. Okay, so that we will see that okay, this page is loading when we open. And yes, we will be writing here this route, so that means when the user hits this create, and then there are 2 methods will be allowed, get or post, because when we will be inserting the data, we will be using post method also. Okay, so the first line is this one for routing, and then this one we will be loading this template which we have just created, and remember this must be inside this templates folder. Okay, now let's open this browser and check. Okay, so have we line number 14? Let's run this Flask again. There is some error, and yes, I forgot to include one thing. This line we need to write, because only then our app will run. So let's run again. There is still some error. Okay, the mistake was that actually mistakenly I had moved this inside template. Okay, so that is why I was getting this error. Actually this will be not inside template, it will be outside template. So now if you run the application, just then it works. Now let's open browser and then let's click on this. You can see this is our insert page that we had just created here. Now inside this we will, and one more thing, you can see here students.db. This file is automatically created because we had given a name here, students dot, this is this table name, so that is why this table name is created here. And also in this app.py you can see we have given here database name, the students, that is why the name is created here. Now we will be working on this page, and let's create one master file that is called base.html. Let's create a file called base.html. So master or base, whatever, master.html. So inside master file we will start this HTML, then hit close here. Inside this let's write here title, oh small letter actually, title and title close, and then body, let's body close, and then finally HTML close. Inside title section we will write here block title and end block, so that whichever page we will be opening here, the title will show. And then in head section we will include CDN Bootstrap. So let's include here Bootstrap CDN. So this one is for CSS. Let's include here Bootstrap. Apart from that, we will also import here font awesome. So let's just copy the tag and paste here. The idea here is to show you step by step so that you can understand that how I have done the previous one. Okay, so we have included here fonts awesome for icons and this Bootstrap. Now inside body section let's just write this one. So that means whichever page we will be hitting on URL, here it will load the pages. Now inside this create page we will call that, and also let's create one header. So let's create one header.html. Inside header we will write these two lines of code. The first one is the master.html that we have just created, this one we are calling here, and then this is the title that we have just called in master here. So, and apart from that we will also write block body, and then here and block. And inside this let's go to here Bootstrap. Let's open Bootstrap Navigations. So let's go to Bootstrap file, and then there are different kinds of Bootstrap navigations here. So we will take minimum which have, so I think, yeah, let's take this one. Copy this, go to here and paste. We will remove later and rename all these features, the links, so just keep it for the time being. Now master in the header is called. Inside this file we will call these two files, include here the master as well as header. So in this create.html, let's paste this master. We are calling this master, this file, and as well as this header section, and then here we will be title. Now the title block, so whenever we will be opening this page, this title will show. So say create user or student, whatever student, add a student. Okay, then body block start and then end block here. And block, and inside this we will be writing our code. So first let's create this div and then class container. Inside this we will open the form method post action blank, not blank actually, create. Okay, let's keep it not create, blank for the time. Inside this we will create table, class table, bootstrap class, then head, the head, then here we will write, no, in this one it's not required actually, so we will write tr, then tr, to td, and then td, first name, then td input type text, name equals to first name, bootstrap class form control. Now let's see. Now let's refresh it. Okay, what you will have to do for refreshing, you have to just terminate this and once again run the application, then it will refresh. Okay, so you can see this is our heading and this is first name and then text field. Now last name, email and password, then gender, and then hobbies. One thing you should keep in mind, name will be same for radio button, but values will be different. Same here, checkbox also, type checkbox, type checkbox, type checkbox, the name, hobbies, and then values are different. So here will be actually a name, movies will be movies, and sorry, not movies, here will value will be movies, and all checkbox name will be same, that is hobbies. So Keep in mind similar, different in checkbox. Now at the end we will add country. Now here will be the country and finally the submit button. Now let's check. Once again let's break and run the application. Let's go here, refresh it, and you can see our form is ready. So first name, last name, email, password, gender, then hobbies and country. So finally our this insert is ready. But if I will write anything here, it will not do anything because in controller I have not in app.py here in this file. We will have to write more code here for inserting the data inside this function, create function. So below this we will write here, if request.method is post, that means when we will try to insert the data. For the timing it is showing internal server. You can see it is because here didn't return a valid response because we have not finished this task, that is why. So now let's check here input field. Here we will store the checkbox field using this request.form.getList hobbies. Okay, then it will store into hobbies variable, and after this will be actually coming as an array. Okay, this will come as an array, but we want to store in our database comma separated string. So for that purpose we have converted this array into string with this and joining a comma separated value. So it will be like TV comma movies comma like that. Okay, so this is important for checkbox. Apart from that it's easy. And then first name, request.form here, request.form first name, and then other fields also like last name, and these hobbies we have stored and just here pass this variable and storing here. Rest of the fields we are taking directly. So up to the country. Now here write map here with model. Okay, this is your student model. So this will be inserting whatever value we are taking the left side, it is coming here and it will insert into our database. Which database? This one. So here we will write the code db.session add. So this one actually will add the record into our database and finally it will be committed. And after adding we will redirect it to our main page here. So currently we have not created any home page, but basically let's create one file called index.html. index.html. So this will be basically our home page. So just let's copy this one, create and paste into, sorry, the file name is mistake, Xcode is spelled here. Just paste here, and this section we will be adding differently. Okay, so here basically it will show the list of the So let's write here code div div class code md12 students list, and then here we will be div and div. Let's create here table, and then table class table once again, table. Here we'll be generating the list. Okay, so now let's go to here and try to open and try to add, okay, the record 2 3 4 5 male. I'm selecting these two, India, submit. Still there is some error, so let's check what's the error here. It is saying the view function for create and varied response. Okay, let's refresh it once again, and now let's go back. And submit. Okay, it's adding, and since we don't have any route here defined in app.py, that is why we are getting this error. So we will create one function here as well, and routing for displaying the data. So right here the function, and here there will be nothing, okay, and it will be no post, only get. And here the function name of course will be different. The function name this time we are given here retrieve list and student model select star from all, so it is more of like that, and it will store the data here. And then we will be passing so let's name it index.html. okay, so what is happening here, selecting all queries, and it will store here, and the same is passing here in this index.html. Now inside index.html we will have to write here the list. Yes, since we have created this, so now let's refresh and check. Once again let's refresh it, and you can see it is displaying student list only, nothing else. But at least you can see this is our home page, okay, index.html. It is redirecting. Here we will be showing the list. So here in index we will be writing here t-head, that means the head. So id, first name, last name, email, gender, hobbies, country, and actions. Inside actions we will have update or delete, and here we will be running for loop, and here tr close, then td here. So we will be writing all these things here. So first one is here td, inside this td loop, that means this id. So we are not taking the database id, but we will be showing index 1 2 3 4 5, and then let's add other also. So it will be students in student, that means which student, come here, this one. We have all the records stored here, we are passing in the template, so that means we have complete list of students, and we are creating here one object. So student, first name, last name, email, and then here will be td for action. So far, let's check what is happening. Let's refresh and check. Internal server, there is nothing wrong. So it's wrong. Okay, end 4. We have not written here this end 4. So here end 4 we have to write. Now let's refresh. Yes, you can see our data is coming perfectly here. ID, first name, last name, email, gender, hobbies, entry. So you can see the comma separated. This hobbies also displaying here. So let's now beautify it. So put it h1 tag, and then text center. Oh, that's the problem. Every time I have to. Yeah. Now here will be edit and delete. So for edit, let's write here code. So basically, what is this? We have used here font awesome, fs edit, and then spam. So student.id it will take, and then edit. And here delete. Then this one is for deleting. So student.id, then delete. Okay, now let's check it. Refresh, and you can see it is edit and delete. So when we will be clicking here, then it will take, you can see this ID and then edit. When we will be clicking here, then it will take this ID and delete. Since we don't have any route mentioned so far here in app.py, that is why we are getting error. So we will be creating these two other routes and functions. Now we will work on this delete first, then edit. So for that, let's go back to this app.py file. Here we will write the route for deleting our student. So first we need to create here the route for deleting. So this is the route for deleting. So anyone, first we have to pass ID, and then in parameter delete, and the method can be get or post. After that we will create function for deleting, and here there will be two things. The first thing, the function is delete. Okay, we will pass ID, and based on that ID, first it will find which record to delete here, and then we will write here post method for deleting. So it will be if request, the method is post, and then if student then db.session delete and return to main page. That means index page it will return, and then abort for 04. And finally it will return this template. Actually this will be inside the function. Okay, so earlier it was like this, so it won't work because it is not inside the functions. That is why. So just try put here indentation, and then if students, then it will delete and ultimately it will return to the home page. That means index. But before that it will return this template, right? So now let's check into the browser. Let's go here, and before that let me run the Flask again. Let's refresh. If I click on here, delete internal server errors, what's wrong? The view function delete didn't return valid response, either return none or ended with auto return statement. So there is something wrong here in this code. Okay, because I think we haven't created here delete inside, not here actually. Inside this template we'll have to create delete.html, and then we need to write code here. So in this one also we are going to extend the header. In our case the name is master, right? Master.html, then header, then body section. Inside here we will write the code. So here is block and block. So it will ask, okay, click yes to confirm. Then when we will click this button yes, then the data will be deleted. So let's check in the browser once again. Let's go here. Before that, let's close it, refresh, then click on delete. Still there is some problem. Delete didn't return valid. So what is wrong here? In this file only there is some problem. It says abort is not defined in Python. Let's go to here, view, then command palette, select Python interpreter, and then still not working. So what's the error? Let's try again. Yes, now it's showing here. So let's get back. Then if you click here delete, it's showing. So your final structure will be like this. First this function, then the students, we are filtering here, checking which ID to delete, and then when you press yes, in that case it will delete the record and return to the home page. First when you press, in that case it will return this template. So here we are. So there are 2 points, you remember. When we are loading first time this, when we click this one, then this part runs. This part runs, this and this. These 2 parts runs, okay? And when we press yes, in that case this runs and deletes and redirects to home page. So let's click on here, and when we press yes, so it is deleted, and you can see there is no any record. Once again, let's create new record. Password 12345, email these two, India, submit. Oh, what's wrong now this time? For W0 to be a state report. Let me check what's wrong with this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have not refreshed, that's why it was not working that time. Once again, if you want to add here, create, let's then rajesh@gmail.com, password 12345, mail, movies, TV, submit. It's adding now perfectly. Now our final one is remaining. If I click on delete, once again it's working. Now our final part is remaining, and that is edit section. So when we will click on this edit, we have not created any route for that. So first, once again, we will have to create a route for edit here. So let's write here route for edit. So this will be the route. First we will pass ID and then edit. Method will be get and post. For fetching the data will be get, just like this. It will first find the record which record to delete, and then when user presses the button update, in that case actual update action will take place. So first we need to create a function here. Okay, so this is the update function. So this section will fetch, this section will find the ID, which ID to delete, and then finally this template will return the update. Okay, so we need to create here one update function, update.html. This template we need to create here. Basically the update and this create will be same. The only difference will be, so just copy the whole thing here and paste here inside update. The only difference will be we will be bringing here the values. So what's happening here? First we are querying the data, and from here we are passing this to our update template. So inside this template we will be fetching the data, like for example here value equals to then student dot first name. Okay, now let's refresh it. Let's check. Click on edit. You can see the data Sakina is coming. Since we have written only one, that is why this is showing you the first one. So let's bring other one also. So here up to password we are getting the value. Then here in case of gender we will have to apply if condition. So the condition will be something like this: if student gender equals to male, then checked, or else if student gender female, in that case it will be checked. So this condition we have to apply so that it will check. If the user has selected male, in that case male will be ticked, or else female will be ticked. Apart from that, in hobbies also we have to write something like that. So in hobbies also we have written if check cricket in students.hobby, because hobbies, this hobbies is returning as an array. Okay, that is why we have to write something like this, because the hobbies is coming like this, no, cricket space. So inside that string, that means this is finding the cricket is being founded in this hobbies.students, because it is like this: cricket, then TV, then movies. Okay, so what it will do, it will find, okay, is the cricket here? Okay, then checked. If the TV here, then checked. Is the movies? No, then no checked. Okay, so inside this string, it is finding. This is a function actually which finds string inside the string, main string. Okay, single string inside the string. If found, then checked. If found, then checked. So this way it is being checked here. For country also, here I have hard coded here if found, but normally in general life it will come from database. So you can check something like this: if country found in India is found in the country list, then checked, selected actually. So now that's it. And now let's refresh once again and then check it. Yeah, all the data is coming. You can see Skina, cotton, and then email, password, everything, whatever I had checked here. And female is also selected. When we press update, then this data should be updated. But for that, we have not written code here in app.py. We will be writing code here for updating the data. So the data will be, if, of course, everything will be inside this function. So yeah, it will check if student. That means if there is a student, in that case this hobby, this variable, so all these things will be inside this actually. Okay, because in Python, as you know, indentation is very important. So it will get list from hobbies, whatever user have selected as an array, and then we are joining here by comma separating, and then we will be posting into the database. So first name, last name, email, gender, hobbies, country, everything. Now here below this we will map to the model so that it will be doing actual updation work. So this is the model. And now finally it will be updated. So here yes, it will add to the student, that means update, and commit, redirect to the main page. If no ID is found, in that case it will say sorry, ID does not exist. Let's review the code once again here. First, this code is for filling the data into the form, and once data is filled, user has made changes, then when he press edit button, this block of code will run. So it will fetch everything from there, and this one is for checkbox for getting array list, and here finally the update work will do, and it will return to the home page, the main page. So now let's get back to here, and yeah, of course we will have to refresh it once again. Then let's refresh here. Just changing name and yeah, let's now make changes here. Just removing this, only selecting movies. Okay, India, USA, submit. Oh, somehow it got added. Okay, looks like there is mistake. It will be no add, actually it will be update this function. That is why it made new entry. So let's go to here, refresh, and then delete this one. Once again, let's refresh it. Now Salima admin, then this one also, India USA, edit. Did I really make changes after making change? Internal server. Okay, I think I made mistake here. First it will delete the record. Okay, first the existing, first when we press submit button. Okay, so the logic is first it will delete the existing one and add a new one here. Okay, now let's run. That is why it was making new entry. So first let's delete 2 records and try to add it once again. So here submit. Okay, need to refresh it once again. Then let's delete. Finally let's edit it. Submit, and you can see it is here updating. So this time just I'm checking movies and just giving this name and mail, changing it to this one and selecting movies only and Australia, submit. Then you can see here mail selected, cricket, Australia, everything is changed now. And in the top, that means in header section, we will just write here add student and then if list. So here we slash create and then here simply this one, the view. Control C, refresh it, add student, it will come here, view list, it will show here, edit, it will go here, update, it will go here, delete, record it, delete it. So hope guys you like this video. If you have still not subscribed, please subscribe and you must watch other videos. Yes, one more thing, if you want to see my CRUD operation of Django framework, then that is also very popular, one of my popular videos. Let me show you Django framework CRUD. Yes, this one. If you want to see my Django framework with CRUD operation instead of delete, then you can watch my this playlist series. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.